one term for the kind of woman that my mother raised me to not be. And I call it a do-nothing bitch. I'm the kind of chick that just tries to be pretty and be taken care of by somebody else.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam 81, and I'm coming back to you with a news article from NBC News. That's NBCnews.com. And this article, the title is 12-year-old boy jumps out of moving vehicle in Florida to escape suspected kidnapper. The suspect, 26-year-old Timothy H. Miller, told the police he picked up the child because he thought he could buy drugs from him, according to an affidavit. Okay, and we're going to get into this video.
He was driving reckless and the little kid walked to the truck.
Frantic moments as Angel Perez calls 911 after witnessing a 12-year-old boy jump from a moving pickup truck after police say he was kidnapped in Boynton Beach.
He jumped out and he hit the concrete face forward first.
Police say the 12-year-old was walking home from school Wednesday afternoon on Hypoluxo Road and was lured into the truck by 26-year-old Timothy Miller. Perez is a delivery driver and saw the two arguing. He says without hesitation, he jumped into action.
I had to, it's in my blood. I gotta help people. I like helping people.
Drivers stopped to help the boy on the road as Perez and his co-worker chased after Miller.
Stop the car. Get down. Get down on the floor. Get down on the floor right now.
Perez on the phone with 911 as he boxed Miller in and struggled to detain him until police arrived.
I had to go to catch this guy because if not, he would have gone away and nobody would have been able to get him.
Boynton Beach police now asking parents to have a conversation with your kids about stranger danger.
Make sure your child's name is not visible on their backpack. That if someone who is a stranger
to the parents to see how he's doing, I'll be more than happy. You guys got my number, you can call me up, and I really, if I can help with anything, I'll be more than happy to.
And there you have it. I'm sorry about the video. It wasn't working out, but the audio was still explains everything. This is an article was done by Mivon Buke. And it says a 12-year-old boy saved himself from a suspected kidnapper after he jumped out of the man's moving vehicle to escape the police in Florida. Said the child was treated for minor scrapes on his forehead, arms, and hands. The suspect, 26-year-old Timothy H. Miller, was arrested and faced charges of kidnapping, resisting arrest, with violence and child neglect, according to the probable cause affidavit. The boy told the police officer that he got off his school bus in Boynton Beach, Florida, on Wednesday and started walking when a man driving a white pickup truck stopped and offered him a ride. The man, later identified as Miller, told the child that he gives kids rides all the time and not to worry because he won't do anything weird, according to the affidavit. The boy said Miller seemed nice and had a friendly smile, so he got into the truck, but started to get uncomfortable when Miller asked him if he had any drugs and looked at him strangely, the affidavit states. And this is the gentleman right here who kidnapped the little boy, Timothy Miller. The child told police that he got scared, and when he tried to open the passenger door to get out, Miller told him he couldn't leave and sped up. Police said the boy managed to get the door open and he jumped out of the moving vehicle. He told authorities that he temporarily lost consciousness when his head struck the pavement. Several people saw the child jump out of the car and stop to help. Another witness followed Miller's truck and blocked the vehicle in until police arrived. Miller of West Palm Beach violently resisted arrest, authorities said, but he was eventually taken into custody. Police said Miller told detectives that he thought the boy was between 14 and 16 years old and picked him up because he wanted to buy drugs. We are grateful that the Good Samaritans who assisted us with the taking Miller into custody, the Boynton Police Department said in a Facebook post. We encourage parents to use this as an opportunity to remind their children about the dangers of getting into cars with someone they do not know. And this is the person that wrote the article, M. Burke. Very interesting article, very good article. This can happen anywhere, any place, at any time. Also, I think it should be like, you shouldn't have to have a news reporter or anybody tell you that you have to talk to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on where you live at, you tell your kids that off the top. You tell your kids, like, look, somebody talk to you, don't respond to them, don't, you know, go with anybody, don't take anything from anybody. I mean, it's the same thing as when you go and take your kids trick or treating or whatever. They're not supposed to eat the candy until you get back to the house, um, or whatever the case is. But this is definitely a crazy story. I mean, like, who would have thought just walking home from school? I think like last month or so, I posted another one story that I did. This girl was walking home, and this man like aggressively pulled her, and like she got to her house and knocked on her door, and thankfully she was saved, and thankfully this young man was saved as well. Um, it was very good that he also had good Samaritans that came to his aid and saw what was going on. A lot of times when things go on, and I'm gonna use this as an example, I think they call it the bystander syndrome, which basically means it could be a group of people just walking, in an area or whatever, down the street, and something happens, and people stand there and do nothing. That's called the bystander syndrome. Obviously, that did not apply in this story, and there were two good Samaritans that did assist the boy and help to bring Miller into custody and hold him into the authority out there. So, shout out to them. They are the real heroes. They are the real, good guys in the situation. But I mean, all around, it's just really, really sad that, this thing happens. And, as the article says, and, talk to your kids. Talk to your kids. I know me personally, I don't hide anything from my kids. You know, you got to understand, you're raising children. Yeah, they're your children, but one day they'll come adults, and they will, come into this world, and you just gotta instill as best as you can what you want them to be cautious of, or whatever the case is, so they can be productive adults in society. So please drop down in the comments, tell me what you think, like, subscribe, and share. Until then, I am Madam 81, and I will talk to you guys later.